Hello, this is Fayetta Carter on Faye's Corner with one of my revised editions. Uh, don't let your fire go out. I'm coming to you with Psalms 104 and 3. He laid the beams of his upper chambers in the waters, who makes the clouds his chariots, who walks on the wings of the wind, who makes his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. Look at this. He walks on the wind. He rides on chariots with on the clouds. This is who I'm talking about, God. And so I'm going to come to you starting with Daniel 3. King Nebuchadnezzar had made a golden image, and he made a decree and that everyone in his kingdom must worship this golden image. And whenever they hear the sound of all kinds of musical instruments, that they should fall down and worship it. Whoever did not worship the golden image would be killed by being cast into the burning fiery furnace. But when the music sounded, they noticed that three particular men in the kingdom did not fall down and worship. They happened to be Jews and servants of the courts, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's what it says. It says Abednego. These were among the wise men the king chose to serve in his kingdom. He cared for them, so they could not wait. The people who found them and saw that they did not worship the golden image couldn't wait to go and tell the king what they had saw about these three men. And they said, they do not serve your gods or worship your golden image. Then in his rage, he confronted them and he asked them, is it true? Is it true? And he asked them, well, why? And they said, we don't need to answer you in this matter because God we serve is able to deliver us, and he will deliver us from the hand of the king. They gave him a smart aleck answer after all that he did for them. But if you don't, they said, let it be known that we will not serve your God, nor will we worship the golden image. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was full of rage, and it says his facial expression changed toward them. Why? Because he was angry because he gave these men power in his kingdom, and he looked up to them, and they had influence with people, and they had much influence. And the people respected them in everything they did and everything that they said. So he gave the command to heat the furnace 7 times harder than normal, which was 2,000 degrees. Can you believe this? And when they cast them into the burning fiery furnace, and the men who cast them into the furnace, immediately it says they were consumed by the fire. It means that they were burnt up alive and they died. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were still alive in the fire. What kind of miracle is this, and what kind of stuff is this? Then the king rose up and said, what is this? The 3 men are still alive, and I see a 4th one, and he looked like the Son of God. Now, what did he know what the Son of God looked like when Jesus had not even been born then, one who claimed to be the Son of God? What a revelation, because the Son of God had not been born. Then he made them come out of the fire. Not one hair was burned, nor their clothes. They were on fire and still lived. And Nebuchadnezzar began to worship their God and made a decree that everyone in the kingdom should worship their God. They survived the fire because they had faith and they believed while they were still in the fire. Can you believe God when you're still in the fire, while you're going through your pains? They were in the fire and still did not burn. They knew God would deliver them if he wanted to, and they came out like refined gold. You might be going through on your job. Boss is making unwanted advances and the fire is getting hotter because you won't agree. You may be sick and the doctor gave you a certain time that you have to live. You are rejected everywhere you go. The church don't want you and neither does the world. But keep praying and keep worshiping. Keep on believing. The three men knew that if they believed God, He would show up. So just keep loving and keep fasting. Don't let your fire go out. God will make it all right. Deliverance is on the way. Even when your children are going astray, you may have no food to eat. Friends walked away and family turned their backs on you. God is Jehovah Jireh. He is Jehovah Nisi. He is a banner over you. He's Jehovah Rapha. He heals you. He will heal you. Jehovah Jireh. He provides for you. And He'll give you power that no king can ever give you. So believe and make things happen. One more thing, shatter violence because it hurts.